This is the mindset rut I get stuck in. You're going to do what you're going to do anyways. So I just pray because I feel like I should, but I know you got like a sovereign plan, which means I don't have a lot of pull. And so that leads to me feeling insignificant in my relationship with him and my prayer life being uninspired and unchallenged.
Yeah, because you don't think there's actually many results to it.
Correct.
You just do it because you should.
And it's not true, but it was a few really beautiful moments with God where that mindset shifted from, God, would you do this now and as soon as possible, to as long as it takes. You know, the walls of Jericho came down on day 7. And on day 6, it's not like those walls came down a seventh at a time.
Right.
On day 6, you would assume nothing has happened at all. Like there's no evidence of this prayer being answered. And then all of a sudden on day 7, everything fell. And you could be on lap 6.
We find ourselves on the precipice of so many good things. 2 episodes away from the 100th episode party, September 12th, 7 p.m.
I can't believe it.
We've already reached
It's
my
crazy.
goal of 100 people have registered.
Wow.
Congratulations.
So
Man.
from here, house money.
Sure.
We are also about a week away from the beginning of college football.
Oh, we're back.
Actually, there are games this weekend, but the Buffs don't play till 29th.
Next Friday.
Will you go?
I will be there, E.
You will, Ryan.
I will be in Colorado.
I'm very happy for
and
you.
I will be
Wow.
at Folsom Field. And I am so excited.
You already have tickets, huh?
Already
There's
have
nothing
tickets.
better.
Shout out to Kylie.
You going with Adam and Bill?
Yeah. I think we're allowed to say that. If we're not, whatever. It's great.
We can
say it.
Appreciate
We haven't said any
Kylie.
last names.
Can't wait to see Adam.
It is actually illegal
Can't
to
wait
go
to see
to
Bill.
a football game.
Yeah, well,
There's
the,
nothing bad about it.
That wasn't the part.
the board
I
at
know.
CU watches this podcast, so
All the regions tune in.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Also, I wanted to start today with a warning. We did get we always get feedback from people.
yeah.
And someone,
Oh, good.
Kayla, shared with me, God bless him for trying out this podcast, felt that there was too much laughing. That was quite a bit distracting at the
Yeah.
beginning of an episode.
Wow.
Sure.
And
Business.
again, thankful to anyone who tries out this podcast. But if laughter gets to you, this is not the podcast for
No.
you. I'm just going to tell you that up front.
May I recommend that perhaps the joy of the Lord could be your strength,
Could be.
Yeah.
if you'd allow it.
Well, it's the same thing that the balancing statement we've made a few times about the Progressive Insurance commercials for the prayer series that we're in right now.
Yes.
We like to have fun in the process.
Yes.
We take building the church very serious, but not ourselves. That sounds like your cup of tea. You might be in the right place. And that includes watching this Afterthoughts podcast.
Yes, it does.
If not, that's fine.
It's okay. Nothing is for everyone.
No,
It turns out.
sure isn't.
There's people who literally don't like ice cream.
Uh-huh.
That's
So-
right.
Yeah, that used to be Ryan.
That used to be me. I got
But you're healed.
I got it marked off in kindergarten
Wow.
for doing a smiley face when the ice cream cone was melting, and they checked it wrong. You had to say like, "Does that make you happy or sad?" I
Oh.
said, "It makes me happy," and she was like, "That's wrong." And I said, "That is subjective. What if I don't like ice
Wow.
cream?" Let me do another shout out. Chris Johnson, who
Kind of kid
is
you love to have in your first grade class. You know?
Right.
I was fun.
Yeah.
I was also the guy who, when we were singing at VBS, "Better is one day in your house than 1,000 elsewhere," I said, I don't know that I agree with that. Could I talk to my counselor about this?
You also took back your birthday presents as a kid.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyways,
Just
Save
took them
the
back
money.
and got the money and then just saved it.
Uh-huh.
Just invested it in a high yield savings account.
Yeah.
Sorry to keep interrupting
10%.
you. Will's birthday was 2 days
Happy
ago.
birthday to Will.
happy birthday, Will.
Yesterday. Will's birthday was yesterday.
Depending on when this comes out, Will's birthday was.
Exactly. I know
recent.
when my son's birthday is. I just wasn't clear on
No,
when
I
this
know.
came
I
out.
know what you mean.
Yeah.
I
He's
got
been
you.
he's been saving for 3 years
yes.
for one Lego.
So
One
sweet.
Lego kit.
What is
So
it?
awesome.
It's the it's like like the Elite series for Legos that are
Expensive.
oh yeah. I think this is like 500 or something.
my gosh.
I know,
How
man.
many pieces? It better be a lot of
Oh,
Legos.
it's I
That's
mean
only one.
it would
It's
was
just one literal
probably
Lego.
on the off the floor. It probably stands about
It's
this
awesome.
tall. It's like the Stark Tower, the Avengers
Oh,
series.
Cool.
But he's been for 3 years saving money. Hasn't spent like when he gets money for a birthday
my
or
gosh.
Christmas or anything like that. He just has been
The
saving it.
discipline there is
Yeah.
impressive.
For a kid who just turned 7.
Yeah.
And he might get there soon.
Wow.
But
How
then he's
long-
gonna feel the rush of I can't believe I saved for this and bought it.
Yeah.
And then that there goes all the money I've been saving, and now I have to start over.
Both of those are true, Doug.
It's so
How
true.
long? How long do you think it'll take him to build that thing?
If he was home, you know what? Me and Sam we're talking about this. If we pulled a Kevin McAllister Home Alone and Will accidentally that was he got left home alone for 5 days, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
And I'd say we'd probably come home and all the Lego sets upstairs, because all the Legos are in like this huge bin.
Yeah.
And it takes forever to find a piece because, there's like 10,000.
Sounds like a lot.
But we'd come home and they'd all be built, because he would figure out,
That's
like,
cool.
wait a second, I could do this to kill time. And I bet before mom and dad get home, I could build all of these. That'd be him.
For sure. Luna would be fed.
Luna, oh, yeah.
Take care of her.
Everything would be fine.
The house would be clean.
Yeah.
Maybe not that. I think it would take him 20 hours.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It'd take me longer than that.
Oh,
I'll tell you that.
20 hours of building.
Wow.
He's fast, man.
You've taught good home economics that he's saving up.
Oh, yeah.
Zeke's on this thing where he thinks he needs $800 to buy this ATV he saw at Walmart. I don't think that's how much it costs, but his plans have been to try to sell things. And one morning he just got really worked up before school and was like, I need $800. So he just picked a toy out and just got a piece of paper and just wrote $20 and put it in our driveway. Just like,
Okay.
who's going to buy this?
Yeah.
I got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Surprisingly, no one has bought
I'm
it.
trying to,
Well, he's trying.
but that's great though. I'm trying to teach Will, like, okay, these toys we don't play with, we're going to give them away.
Yes.
Or like that one, if you want, we can sell this on Facebook Marketplace and you can make $20 and put that towards your Lego. Trying to teach him how that works.
Yeah.
I hope that Will and Zeke are the kids who start the lawn mowing company in middle school.
They could be good at that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And are buying equipment with
Yeah.
profits and hiring kids.
I'd invest,
I would too.
but I would expect a steep return.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
If they ever messed up on my lawn, I would call them and be like, hey, you guys got to come back.
You-
It's not
I would
the,
hope-
qual-
the
the
edging
quality
was
is
a
not
little-
I
there.
hope you would.
Did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sweep up?
Yep.
Let me ask you this. Is there something from your childhood you regret not keeping that you wish you had now? For example, I
Yeah.
had so many jerseys
Ah,
that my kids could wear now. Like the black pinstripe Michael Jordan jersey.
Yeah.
I have no idea where that ended up. If Zeke could wear that right now, he'd be so happy. So I wish I had kept my jerseys.
baseball cards for me.
Mm.
We had so many Ken Griffey Jr. baseball
I
cards.
still have a lot of those.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, turns out they went to Doug's house.
I've got all of them.
You
I've
wish
got
you
like-
had kept them.
I've got
for
like twice
yourself
as many
'cause
as I
they
used to
ended
have
up-
when I was a kid. That's a great question. I wish I had bought that catcher's mitt. Remember that?
Oh, we found the best catcher's mitt
Yeah,
ever.
dude.
It was like $70. We were in college and we were like, I don't know, man. We could split it, but I don't know if we can afford it. And we should have bought it.
And
We were getting paid to be a worship team at a kids camp, which I should not have been on because I'm not musically
you didn't know
talented,
how to
but I
play.
was on the team.
Yep. We talk about that
But-
catcher's mitt all the time for some reason.
And we never
That's
have
such a
found
good
anything
pop.
close.
Oh,
it
man.
was like it was already broken in,
I
but
know.
it was brand new.
I know.
Dang.
But I genuinely think about that a lot.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good one. It's fun to play catch when one guy has a catcher's mitt.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
just a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. All right, we could still, I bet we could split one now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't think you guys should do
Go to
it.
Dick's Sporting Goods during lunch.
17 years later.
Anyways,
We'll
to bring
stand there
this
for an
full
hour.
circle, my shout out was to Chris Johnson.
There you go.
Because
Right. Thank you.
we got to recently share our story again of the Genesis story of Red Rocks Austin. And I always remember that it was Chris Johnson who was the one who, he was a part of our small group, still is a part of our small group from college. We still meet every year. He was the one that challenged the three of us that we've been talking about planning a church for years. When are we actually going to do it? And that was the first domino that set into motion Red Rocks Austin. And I'm going to the Buffs game with Chris Johnson.
Wow.
So it took 10 minutes, but we got there.
Good
Shout
buff.
out to Chris.
Good buff in Chris. Also,
Yes.
I remember the day that my brother and I went to GameStop to try to buy Xbox, the first Xbox when it came out. And we took all our old systems and games and traded them in to
Yeah.
have enough money for it.
Uh-huh.
And since then, I've had to go find a way to find a Super Nintendo and
Yeah.
an N64 and a
Uh-huh.
Sega Genesis that I wish I just kept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I
they're
have found
expensive. We played the
Are they
Super
expensive
Nintendo.
to buy them now?
I don't know.
They're probably more now than they were back
haven't
then if
looked
they're
Really?
in good condition. Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're relics of the past.
Sure are.
But I have a TV in my garage that still has the ports you can
So
hook those
good.
up to. So
That was the hardest thing to find when I hooked up your Super Nintendo
Yeah.
in our
Yeah,
TV
how does
upstairs
this
in the
work
loft.
now?
Oh yeah, to the TV.
I had to try 3 times at Best Buy to get different adapters
Mhm.
to be able to hook that thing up to like a.
They don't make
a new
TVs like they
TV.
used to.
Sure
No.
don't.
But we grew up playing Lion King on Super Nintendo, and we got to beat that game, the whole game last night with Will.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it was so fun.
It was awesome.
I just played a little NFL Blitz on N64. That's
Nice.
anyway.
We got to make sure these
Enough.
kids don't experience like the modern video games.
No.
You got to start there
Because I love
Analog.
that they love what we love.
Because this is a big dopamine
that's-
hit, Super Nintendo. And if you go straight to like 2025 console,
yeah,
it's
Yes.
really hard to go back to Super Nintendo.
It
So
is.
you wanna keep things special.
that's right.
neurotheology. But we're on to the prayer series.
Oh, we
now.
are.
Oh,
So sorry I even
Well,
brought that up, guys.
Good to have you guys here. I have one other segment. I have been afraid of and against artificial intelligence up to this point, and I still am mostly.
Yeah.
But in light of that, I
Yeah.
need to confess, I have been creating songs on AI,
Mhm.
and I've really enjoyed it.
this is like this new app has won you over, man.
I'm having fun making songs. We are jamming in the car to songs about my boys, and
Yeah.
I made a song about my son Ray that is a hit,
Really good.
and he'll dance. Oh, it's incredible.
What's the chorus? Hit us with the chorus.
Ray Ray is cray cray bananas.
Yep.
Dancing with minions in his pajamas.
Yep.
Yep.
So good.
Tiny. I'm blanking right now, but it ends with pooping on the potty. He's a big guy, like a big guy,
Like a big
like
guy.
a big guy. It's
Which
a
is-
potty training
great.
motivation song.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah.
AI has helped me to do that,
Yeah.
and I don't know how to feel about it. So if you guys feel that you need to call me out, or
How
if
do
you need
feel?
to
Forget how you're
reprimand
supposed
me.
to feel.
yeah, yeah.
Be grateful.
I know you're grateful.
3than feels like he made a convert.
Yeah, he's over on the Death Star, like he's gonna join
Yeah.
forces here.
When they rise against, they're gonna know
We're their friends.
I'm an ally.
Yeah,
Right.
AI ally.
That's the angle.
Yeah,
I'll live just a couple of seconds longer.
yeah, yeah.
And
You'll be one of the last that they
Yeah.
execute. Those robots. Yeah.
And by the way, if you're wondering if Ethan's just kind of being like, "Oh, he made a song," no, you've made.
Probably 12.
Yeah,
I have
I was gonna guess
I just
a
made one
dozen,
this morning.
if not a baker's dozen.
For Jake from our staff, Jake, production Jake, happy birthday. That's 13, correct?
Yeah.
Because the baker always makes an extra.
That's right.
Happy birthday to Jake.
Happy birthday, Jay.
I just made him a song. And it was AJ from Answers with AJ. It was her birthday recently. So also a happy birthday to AJ.
Happy birthday, AJ.
Mhm.
I just don't know if we said that before. But
If
anyway.
there's any other afterthinkers celebrating a birthday, comment below. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your
And
birthday
Ethan
is
will
if
make
you
you a
have
song.
a birthday,
If
tell
your
us what it
birthday-
is
if your
in the
birthday is
comment section.
anytime
Type
this
it
year.
right now.
Yeah.
If it's anytime
Yes.
in this year,
Yeah.
2025, let us know.
Yeah, let us know the exact day.
We'll shout it out.
We wanna know those birthdays.
Posthumously.
Yeah, good. You
After
used
your
it.
birthday, maybe.
You used it the right way, almost, kind of.
Kind of.
Except
Not really.
Except more about celebrating life than death.
Yes. Comment below if you're coming to the 100th episode party.
There should be over 100 comments. We found out.
Yeah, hopefully. Comment if you're coming to the party. I'll shout this out. We already have some VIP
AI,
guests.
comment that I'm coming to the party.
Some
Oh, boy.
former guests of this show that will be there that night.
Oh yeah, we do.
Some of the UT volleyball crew.
Okay,
Let's go.
That's going to be fun. Great crowd.
great crowd.
Alan Graham.
Yep.
From Mobile Oaks.
Great
Fun.
guy.
Community First. He's coming.
Yep.
I mean, all these people have said they're coming. Sometimes people have last minute, so
Things
or they
happen.
just say that to be nice and they just won't show up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
be there for sure.
yeah, Ryan and Doug, our wives RSVP'd. Yes, AJ told me. So that's
They did?
Good to hear.
That's good.
Yeah,
Congrats,
that's good. And there's some more, but I'm gonna just roll out a few a week as we get closer. Even though we only have 2 more episodes.
Probably go ahead and roll those out if we got
If you're not coming to 100th episode party,
Might
comment
look forward to
below
next
and
week.
tell me what your problem is. Seriously?
He'll wait. Do it right now.
what your problem is.
Comment
What-
below
what-
and tell me what your problem is.
What are you doing? What else do you have to do? Better than this. We're gonna have videos and bits.
It's
and
a fair
fun
point,
segments.
E.
You could get asked a question by Kayla.
Yeah.
What's the problem? What did we do?
Confessions with E is going to get wild.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get a
Watch
whole-
Doug
we'll get a
is
whole
gonna show up.
confession booth
Confessional. Yeah.
on set.
Watch Doug. Kayla should only, you know that improv exercise where you have to only ask questions. Hey man, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
How do you think I'm doing?
Why would you ask me that? She should only be able to ask speaking questions
The whole night.
the entire night.
gosh.
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Kayla, how do you feel about that?
I'll answer that with this question,
Okay.
comma. How do you think I feel about it, right?
Good.
There you go.
Really good.
Yep.
Nice. Kayla's getting ready
Yeah,
for the
you're
100th
getting it. You
episode
got
party.
this.
She's going to be
Yes.
firing. Speaking of Kayla, tell us a little bit about the merch.
Oh, yes.
You've been working on some merch.
I have, guys. And if you hate it, don't tell me. Um,
They'll just
no-
comment it.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
comment.
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Tell them.
We have a hat.
Comment what your
We got a
problem
hat.
is.
Yes.
We have a hat.
An Afterthoughts hat.
Hat
It's
with
awesome.
A patch.
Ooh, it's going to be sweet.
With the patch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
We have a fun.
Doug's new catchphrase. This is really catching on.
And you don't know, it could be Hot Doug.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Or
word.
watch Doug.
Yeah.
Wow.
Watch Doug.
We have a shirt with the cool little come for the banters. Wait.
What? Don't say it.
Oh.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
Woo.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
good. By doing that, you reverse bleeped out what you said
Yes.
about the shirt.
Great
Can you
job.
bleep that out?
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep it out. You know what's funny? We had the most wonderful interaction with an afterthinker at
Oh, yes.
AJ's birthday,
Mhm.
and
Wow.
she was like going on and on. I won't say the name, but she was like, "I watch every episode. Trust me, I know the lore. I heard there's a rumor that there's gonna be merch and guests." I said,
Yes.
"That's public knowledge."
I love that.
Okay, whoever she is,
The rumor.
VIP at
Uh-huh.
this party.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really?
Get her a giveaway, huh?
Yeah.
Front row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that. Interesting.
Ooh.
to
That's
find-
you comment.
Rumors.
Love
are
that.
great.
Murmur.
Yeah, if that was
murmur,
you.
Murmur.
I'm also interested to hear that AJ had a birthday thing, huh? Guess I was probably out of town.
Yeah, you had
Uh,
stuff going on.
Anyway,
Mhm.
Kayla,
Hey,
you got something for us today?
you know,
We're-
Ethan, let me answer that with this. Would you guys like to play a game today?
Yeah. And even
Here's
going
my
forward, you don't
question.
even have to do the first part. You can just ask the question.
That's true.
Yeah. Good.
I do. Would you guys like to play a game today?
Would you like us to play a game?
Do-do-do-do.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, because I'm making AI songs
We
now.
got a theme
Yeah.
song.
You're trying to keep it
Yeah.
human. I get that. I
Yes.
respect that.
That's right.
Yes. Okay. Let me show the
Keep
camera.
songs human. That's
show
my
the camera
shirt
this.
that I'm gonna
Okay,
wear.
here's-
100th episode.
Oh yeah.
That's like a affront to me.
Yeah, it's like a
So
very
let people know, like Ryan's not happy with Ethan about
Ryan and Ethan are fighting.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Okay. So he's gonna show it. On
what
the
is this
screen.
piece of technology?
Yeah.
That's the biggest phone I've ever seen.
Yeah. That's a mini iPad.
they don't need to be able to see this.
A mini
You-
iPad.
It's
put
okay.
that
You
up.
Is that a
guys
big
can see
iPhone?
it.
It's like an iPhone and an
Max
iPad had a baby,
It's the
and it's
iPhone
hello,
Max
this guy.
Max.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay.
And you're gonna show these so people can see what
Yeah.
we're.
And what
Okay.
is this?
So these are Bible stories with emojis.
Nice.
Ooh.
Kelsey, an afterthinker, she gave us this game, or she gave me this game.
Kelsey.
So shout out to Kelsey.
Shout out to Kelsey.
And so yeah, just I have the answers.
okay.
Yep.
So you guys can go through, try to do it in order, but if not, just let me know what number you're on.
Okay. Start from the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should start with number one.
I'm a little busy for number 2, but I can start with number 1.
Yeah, that works for me. Uh,
We got water,
Is
walking on water.
Jesus walking on water.
Yes, ding ding.
Jesus
ding.
walking on water. We got communion.
Yep.
Jonah.
Jonah and the whale.
Jonah.
Uh-huh.
We
Moses.
got Moses in the basket. Number 4.
Yeah.
Number 5 has got to be Jesus calming the storm.
Noah.
No, oh Noah.
The dove
Yeah.
does in
Final
the olive branch.
answer?
Noah.
Noah. Noah
yes.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
Number 6 we've got
It's a little tricky.
What is that first thing? What is that?
It looks like one of the goals in Quidditch.
Yeah,
it really
exactly.
does.
Sorry.
kingdom.
I don't think it's that though.
Looks like a horn.
That's-
Oh, is that
that's-
Jericho?
That's part of the
Final
extra
answer?
biblical sources.
That looks like a French horn.
Oh yeah, Jericho.
Okay,
Jericho?
okay. Walls of Jericho.
Yep, good
Jericho.
job.
Falling down. Nice.
Nice, Doug.
We've got the
The
death and resurrection
Death
of
and
Jesus.
Yep.
Number
The
8
three in the
we've
fire.
got there was another in the
Yeah.
fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
which came first, the chicken or the egg? For number 9,
I was
Genesis
gonna say hell,
chapter
but I
one.
like the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego better. That's
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
First the chicken or the
This
egg.
one's a little tricky.
Oh,
This is the-
Peter betraying Jesus, the rooster crowd.
yeah.
3 times. And
Nice.
then he
Uh-huh.
wept bitterly. Before that, he followed at a distance.
What a great friend. Have
Not
you ever
ready
smelled
to be with Jesus, but not ready to betray him completely.
but also
isn't it the Christian
some
walk?
Anthrakia going on there? If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
For all you Greek speakers out there.
Boy.
Come on.
Number 10,
Revelation?
No.
we've
Wedding
got
Supper of the Lamb.
Wedding Supper of
No.
the...
Okay, no.
The Good Shepherd.
Psalm 23. No. The Lord is my shepherd.
No.
No, that's because
I mean, you're close, though.
I am the good shepherd.
Wait, what is the music?
It is a shepherd.
People are like sheep.
We are considered sheep.
That's one of my takeaways.
Well, it's the
Look at
There's
the
music.
Lamb and the
Yeah.
It's
King.
David. It's got to be something about David.
Or is it the return of
Yes. What about David?
like he was
the
a shepherd
They used
and wrote songs.
Ark of the Covenant?
Yes. He wrote songs to play for Saul. Yes.
Yeah.
There
so
you
it's-
go.
Okay.
Wrote
It's more of a
songs.
concept.
Oh. David wrote songs to play for Saul with a
Just
trumpet.
David.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't
Early
want to
life.
say that though. I didn't want to say like it's more of a concept because then I think you guys would have gotten it.
You could make some.
Those were great.
You can make some
Who
pretty.
made those?
Pretty good versions of
I
that
had
for
AI
David's
help me,
life.
or
AI.
chat.
With some different
Nice.
stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Very
Sure.
cool.
Kayla, that's a fun game.
That was a very
Thank
fun
you
game.
guys.
Pretty
People
interesting
have
to
to
watch.
think they have to write their own emojis on
Yeah.
what they think.
What did you think number 7 was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comment your favorite biblical emoji below.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did you think about there being a concept in there?
About what?
A concept in there for number 10.
Oh,
Yeah. Not an event.
Also, what's
a
your favorite concept? Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
I do.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's a
Yeah.
good question.
Our next
Yeah.
teaching series called Concepts.
Yeah, look at this concept.
what is concept?
You don't know what the sermons
Good
are going
job.
to be
Still
about.
asking questions.
Yeah.
Nice. Very
Great.
good.
Okay, that was great.
Yeah.
Well, a couple minutes in now. Good intro. And
Wow. We're long. Yeah, that's.
well,
Okay.
yeah, the clock's
Yeah.
not
On
totally
skew.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We
the
talked for a
time-
few minutes before we
Skew.
started recording.
Honestly, time is subjective, I think.
It's just a human
Like
construct.
watching
to try
an
to
Office
deal with
episode, it
reality.
just flies by because it's so entertaining.
Right. Yeah, but then you
Same.
sit through a boring lecture
Oh.
and it feels like it takes 5 times long.
Right?
You know?
I do always have a problem with when people like criticize things that are like, oh, get to the real thing. I'm like, you just scroll on TikTok and watch endless, meaningless stuff all the time. Like,
Who
this
does
is-
that?
Come on.
Who does
Come
that?
on now.
It's also
Nobody does
so easy to just move forward to minute 25, 10
Well,
seconds.
that's- No.
We started at like 2, right?
Oh, yeah, because we were listening to Jake's new birthday song.
It's pretty sick.
That is cool.
It dropped in the staff group text
Yeah,
today.
Great
If you're
job,
not in
man.
that, no way to hear it. Ask Jake. Maybe he'll send it to you. All right. Well,
It's great.
the only thing to do now
Is it great?
is to talk about prayer.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Yep.
Didn't even need a smooth transition there. It's
Yeah.
just so clear that everything was building to a conversation about prayer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was
what,
really good.
What was
is it?
What was the first time you prayed?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I have a home video when I was maybe 3, telling that on camera to my parents that my brother had led me in a salvation prayer.
Nice.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So it's
JJ.
more of his discipleship than my
Yeah.
knowing how
Yeah.
to pray.
Do you think
My-
that's when you received Jesus?
Yeah. I think we had to re-up. I think I had to really decide that later for myself.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I don't know.
That's
It's
awesome.
a good
though.
question.
It's really cool,
overall,
though.
But
That's
yeah.
really cool.
Really cool.
It's a
As
good thing
kid,
for
I
3-year-olds to
loved
be doing.
Telling on my brother, being like, his eyes were open during the prayer, and then my mom would be like, how'd you know that?
Wow.
Oh.
Prayer. Oh, prayer narc. Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, that's a deeper question about salvation when you're a kid, and then when you have to decide for yourself as an adult and all that stuff. Because my brother, I have a lot to think about. Why don't you guys?
I think it was.
answer the question?
My
I
first
have to
memory.
ponder.
So Doug and I had bunk
When
beds.
was I saved?
We had bunk beds, and
Yes.
I remember praying. We thought bald eagles and blue and gold macaws were so cool.
Yep.
And I specifically remember praying that we'd wake up in the morning and there would be one downstairs.
A bald eagle.
Yeah.
Which would be terrifying because at that
Terrifying.
age, that thing is your size.
Oh yeah.
These are big
Yeah,
birds,
dude.
man.
And guess what
Big
would
bird.
still be alive today?
Living at your parents' house.
Yeah.
A bald eagle.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
Those are sweet.
We saw one at the Waco Zoo
Yeah.
a few days ago, and it was like
Yeah, it's huge.
massive.
Its
Dude, those things are
wingspan is
wild.
incredible.
Yeah. So
majestic
cool.
creature.
Just regal.
It's our nation's bird, actually.
It is.
Is that
Man.
right?
It is.
Uh-huh.
America's bird.
Yep.
And the Eagles won the Super Bowl over the Kansas City Chiefs. Happy football season.
Wow.
Let's go.
Full circle.
Chiefs
Shout out to
lost.
Matt Marino.
Mhm.
I'll never stop being happy about
And
that.
shout out to all of us for the Chiefs losing in the Super Bowl.
So you prayed
Except
for
for
birds
James
to,
Keithley.
to acquire birds.
Yeah, I was praying for acquiring
Remember
birds.
that? And
Yeah.
we used to pray. I used to have my bad dreams were always about tornadoes. So I would
Big
pray.
Twister guy.
Yeah,
Probably because we watched Twister
probably.
on repeat.
But I would pray to not have any bad dreams, to not have any dreams. But if I had a dream, to make it a really, really good dream. I
Yeah.
remember praying that
Yeah.
same
It's a good prayer.
thing every
Isn't
single
it interesting that his prayer wasn't to protect our house from tornadoes, which in Indiana is a very real possibility, but rather to protect us from prayers about tornadoes, because sometimes the thought is scarier than the actual reality.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
You guys got
Yeah.
anywhere to go with that?
That's
I
true, man.
I didn't follow.
It's
I didn't
true.
follow that
Because
but
we've been close to
I
some
think-
tornadoes
I zoned out
in
'cause I was-
Indiana, and it wasn't as scary as my dreams were.
Yeah,
But
Yes,
that's right.
your house got struck by lightning.
it sure did.
That was scary.
So
Yep.
could have
During
prayed,
Woody
could
the
have prayed
Woodpecker was
better.
on TV.
That's
and we
right.
were
Your
eating
prayers were good,
breakfast.
but they could have been better because
They
you could
could
have
have been
also prayed against.
Oh,
lightning
are some
strikes.
prayers better than others, E?
Yeah, that's what I heard this past weekend.
Oh, that's true. I mean, that's just logical. We know this.
Do we? A quick aside. I'll send you this video.
Okay, is that not what the last 25 minutes have been?
Yes. I got to experience last night when people wait like for hours on a summer night in Austin
Yeah.
to see. I got to see it just driving. I was driving up through Round Rock at dusk, and I was from far away. I was like,
I know you're gonna
"There's
say.
some weird clouds out
Yep.
there,
I saw
Bats.
it. I saw it a few days
No
ago.
way.
all over
Yes.
the place." And I'm gonna send it to you, and maybe you can put it up here because it was very cool. And I well, another confession. Well, okay, here we go again.
It's under the highway
Here we
in
go
Round
again.
Rock.
There's a ton of them.
Yep.
Confessions with E Part 2. I did get my phone out and record it while driving, which I understand I probably shouldn't, but I did. And I got the footage and it was sweet. So I'll send it to you.
That's awesome, man.
I don't want it.
It was very
Not
cool.
if it was
Did you put the
recorded while
Dark
you're
Knight
driving.
Rises soundtrack on?
I
Yeah.
know. She needs to go to
Yeah,
Don't,
you should.
don't. Have I ever talked about Hans Zimmer on this podcast? Okay.
Oh, man.
Back to prayer. That was an answered prayer that I didn't even pray.
Sometimes
Getting to witness those bats.
God is that good.
I prayed that you would.
The Holy
Yeah.
Spirit intercedes
I
for
prayed
me.
that you would see that.
Did you last night?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
what time? Like 7
4
o'clock?
days ago.
Oh, really?
But I said, God, in 3 days.
On the third day,
Because
let
he
him
likes
see
specific
bats.
prayers.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're
It's an
welcome.
Specific prayers, honor
incredibly
God.
specific prayer.
Yeah.
And it was answered.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
in the moments of your life when you said in your sermon that
Yeah.
you don't know what I'm going to say yet.
Jumping in.
We're just
Exactly.
jumping
we
in
are
too
just
quick.
stumbling our way
Yep.
to the 100th episode here.
Dude, once we hit 100, we'll know how to have
The good news
conversations.
is though, even though sometimes we are like this, the networks, meaning YouTube, has re-upped us for another 100 episodes.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, we
We got
signed a
100
deal
more to go.
101 to 200, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
This is like when the player signs a big contract and then they just stop playing hard because they already like got their money.
We got paid. Yeah, YouTube
already
paid us a tremendous amount to make
Dozens of
$100.
dollars.
We're kind of handcuffed because we have to put them up on YouTube, guys. We can't do Vimeo.
He tried to monetize it for the just money would just go to the church, but it didn't work or something. So
Oh, man.
whatever.
Yeah.
We don't do this for the money. I'm not sure why we do it. You said in your sermon
Yeah.
that more recently you just kind of like took the foot off the gas of your prayer life.
Yes.
It's just in there.
Just want to call that out. I don't think
Confessions with Doug.
that is
Great,
not
dude.
pleasing to the Lord.
It's good that we brought that up.
What are the main reasons you think that happens in your life? Because it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
We just kind of go through those seasons, to say a very Christian word that is real, where you just like, I have questions about prayer, doubts about prayer. Like, what causes that?
Man, the tide goes in and the tide comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let's give a better answer than
That's because of the moon.
That's
Actually,
right.
The gravitational pull of the moon.
So you
Oh,
think your
yeah.
prayer life sometimes struggles because of the moon?
No. But some people do. And I do not.
Some
Just
people
let the
do.
record show.
Some people have got their whole life
That
geared
I do
around
not.
whatever it's going. Gosh, this is probably the third time we've shouted out Ryan's line. David looked at the stars and said, what does this tell me about God?
Yeah.
We look at the stars and say, what do they tell me about me? Or something like that. You said it much better.
Better than that.
Well, I know.
Are you gonna say it?
Do you know it?
Yes.
Okay,
But I
you
want
go
you to
next.
say it.
When David looked up in the night sky, it drew him to let me start over from the top.
Seems like you've got it locked in.
When David looked up in the night sky, it drew him to worship the God who created the night sky. When we look up at the night sky, we wonder if we're compatible with someone who was born in October.
Yeah.
It's better than that
So
even.
good.
Boom,
You said it a little
roasted.
more sarcastically.
In the
and I liked it.
I like that better too.
in a book that's maybe coming out next year, I say it way better than that.
Whoa.
For an extended period of time and an entire chapter.
Whoa, breaking.
Do you use the February 22nd
But not yet,
thing?
not yet.
Yep.
Do you use the February 22nd thing in your book?
No, I had a
Oh.
whole piece
Me
about
too.
that, but I took it out.
You did?
Last night,
Maybe
I was,
I'll do some bonus coverage.
I was playing pickleball, and you know how it's like you say 3 numbers for the score.
Yeah.
Say the score and then which serve it is.
Yeah.
Every time it was 2-2-2, I went powerful.
That's powerful.
For your birthday. No, it isn't. Okay, so we took a few shots at astrology. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
What causes your prayer life to stumble? Because it's not the moon, it's you, but what is it about
Hmm.
you or that happens in life?
Whoa. Well, I think first of all, busyness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when life just is full, that's usually the first thing to go. Because you kind of feel like there's a lot of people who want your time. And so you try to delegate it. And sometimes if you're in a super busy season, it can feel like I'm just trying to delegate my time so that the least amount of people are upset. You know what I'm saying?
So funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
just described my life so well.
seriously. And you know that God is, you're not going to have to go have a heart-to-heart conversation with him if he's upset because you don't give him your time.
Because he knows how to forgive.
Exactly. But
Moves
I'm
very
gonna
gracefully.
have a tough conversation if I cancel that or I
Uh-huh.
can't go to that event or that party or that there's you only have a finite amount of time
Right.
and God has infinite forgiveness. And so if I spend my time here, this
so
person might
funny.
not be as forgiving as God will be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just kind of can count on his consistency of like, he's going to be good. He's God. I should talk to him more. My life, everything about, it's that quote, I have so much to do that I can't not spend the first 3 hours of the day in prayer.
Yeah.
That is so true. But I think I think that's a lesson all of us have to learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of anybody who hears that quote and goes,
Dude.
that's so true. I should spend that much time in prayer every day because it's going to change everything else about my day
Yeah.
and about my life. I think we all have to some degree learn that lesson the hard way.
It's actually been the inverse for me. I've been getting anxious recently when I sit down to pray
Mm-hmm.
because it's when I sit down to pray that I start to think about my to-do list and
Mhm.
all like the people I need to get back to and all the things. And if I push through that worry and those original like anxious thoughts, of course it turns into the most fruitful time of the day
Yeah.
for me. We know this.
Yeah.
But it's been really hard. I've had to like be like really intentional, not to use a Christian word, but it's the right word, intentional about like, hey, I may be feeling anxious right now as I sit down to pray, but I need to sit in this because this is the best thing for me.
Yep.
So it's just interesting, right? Like
Yep.
if I take out my phone to scroll, I don't get anxious about that. You
Right.
know, I like zone out for 10 minutes and then but if it's 10 minutes of prayer, it's just really
it's almost
interesting.
like being actually focused makes you anxious
Yeah.
on like real
Yeah.
stuff.
Like
Like undistracted.
on
it's
the,
kinda
on
like,
the, on the good stuff,
Uh-huh.
I
right?
got to think about real stuff
Mhm.
right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so the most productive thing I'm convinced is to pray. But in the moment, at first, it feels like the most unproductive thing to
Yeah.
me. And so recently, my journey has been like taking deep breaths and pushing through that.
Yes.
One of the reasons for me, and you said this word should, is how I feel a lot. Like I should pray more. I should pray. You didn't say it like that. You said that a lot of people feel that.
Well, you probably should pray more.
And you should.
Yeah.
But I think that always makes it feel like this, like, oh yeah, and I should be praying more. Instead of that gift that it's supposed to be of like,
Right.
gosh, I got so much going on. I need to go get in the presence of God and take a deep breath.
Right.
I need to go hear from him. I need to go
Uh-huh.
spend time with him.
Uh-huh.
But also in a full busy to-do list and so many distractions and things going on, prayer ends up a lot of times being like a shotgun thing where it's like, let me just throw out some stuff to you, God, and then I got to move on. And one of the reasons this podcast, why we do banter a lot, is from the beginning, one of the things we talked about before we started this was it takes 7 minutes in a conversation to actually start having a real conversation with somebody. And we take more than 20 minutes, but I think that what you feel those first few minutes of prayer exactly exemplifies that it takes a little time when you're talking to someone to feel more comfortable and kind of get focused on what the other person's saying, start listening, start paying attention, zone in.
Yeah.
And then you get into the deeper waters from there.
Yeah, you almost have like small talk with God for a little bit.
Yeah. You kind of need to, of like, this is what's going on right now. And I'm like, I need to get my eyes off of this and onto this and all those kinds of things to then, but the time element for a lot of people is like, I don't have 20 minutes to pray.
Yeah.
What you do.
Go ahead.
I call it unpacking my bag. You ever like walk in to the house with a bunch of groceries and there's a whole bunch of things, but then as soon as you walk in, there's like your phone's blowing up and there's a whole bunch of like people that need your attention or whatever. And it's like, just let me put my bag down and put the groceries in the fridge and then I'll be able to be present. But instead we like with hands full, try to like interact with everybody and get to everyone, everywhere we need to be. And so the first few minutes of prayer for me, I just call it like unpacking my bag. I'm going to take that stuff. I'm going to put it down on the counter. I'm going to put the eggs in the fridge. I'm going to put the milk in the fridge, proverbial, whatever. It's God, here's like the crazy thing that happened to me that I'm still a little worked up about. Here's this moment that I'm obviously need to repent of real quick. Here's this big conversation that's coming up in a few minutes that I just need to talk to you about. It's like I have to unpack my bag and get all of that stuff out of the way if I'm going to have any shot at like stillness and solitude with the Lord. Does that make sense?
I think a practical thing, especially for guys, is I bet it probably takes longer than that 7 minutes for a guy to get into a real conversation. And a lot of communication, I think specifically for guys, is easier when you're doing something. That's why like a lot of men's events and activities have a stuff to do to kind of join together in. And there is a huge value in stillness and silence and solitude. And that's a learned art, something you have to practice because it's not natural to busybody people like we are. But I also think maybe if you're struggling to talk to God or pray in general, go on a walk, go on a run, work out, do something where it feels like you're active with him and let that conversation kind of naturally come out of that. Because I know sometimes if I just sit completely still, my brain is it's so hard for me to calm it down. And there's some neurotheology to this as well, probably. But
That's
if
really
I'm
good, man.
moving, even just on a walk, my prayers like feels way more easy to get into.
Yeah, there's a certain element of getting your own mind out of the way. And so that's why a lot of, I'm going to guess, like your biggest breakthroughs for sermon prep happened on a walk or while you were working out.
Morning workouts, yeah.
Yeah, because you were out of your mind and into your body.
Right, yeah.
And the body is the temple of the Spirit, and you got your mind out of the way to a certain degree.
Right.
And then it was finally some moments of clarity and like a rush of revelation from heaven of that's what I couldn't come up with 3 hours of sitting at a table in front of my laptop.
Yeah.
So and that's why like that's like sacred to God. All of those moments, you know?
Yeah, the time spent together. After playing pickleball with a couple buddies, after we played, we sat down and we ended up having a really real conversation with each other. But if we just showed up and I immediately were like, hey, tell me about this thing going on in your life. How's this? I know that's been like painful or whatever. That's not going to just happen like that.
Nope.
And sometimes I think prayer feels this pressure of like, okay, I got to immediately go into like serious mode and get all this stuff lined out and say the right things to God when it's like, hey, maybe find a more constructive way to have a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That's really good. That's really helpful. And I think hopefully that frees up some people to realize like, hey, the first couple minutes of prayer for all of us can be awkward. It can be uncomfortable and can feel like you're wasting time or whatever, but there is a space that you get to if you keep pushing through.
And from the dad perspective, I have to like create an environment to get Zeke to tell me about his school day.
That's funny.
Because when he gets in the car, his brain is like, he's really active. He's hungry. Like there's a lot of things that are keeping him, and he'll be like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, okay. But I know later in the night after he's eaten dinner and he's a little more calm and stuff, that we can like hang in his room and he'll talk to me more. I think God has some grace for that too.
That's
Yeah.
really
As a father, to
interesting.
understand like there's
Oh,
times
for
and places
sure.
that are better for you
Yeah.
to have those conversations with me. And sometimes maybe in the moment you just got a quick thing to say to me, and I love that.
Yeah.
I'm not grading your prayers.
Yeah.
But for those better prayers to be prayed, sometimes we need to maybe get ourselves in a better environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, that's an important distinction. Like those shotgun prayers throughout the day are still very important.
Mhm.
We're talking right now about like the quiet time, if you will, like the art of taking some intentional time throughout
Yeah.
the day to just be with God for 30 minutes or whatever it is. But throughout the day, I am very much like, God, this. And it's not me sinking into that deeper place.
Mhm.
And so both are important.
But it's like checking in through the day, like with a text, like me and Steph will just during the
Mhm.
day, like keep in contact a little bit here and there, maybe less than a full conversation that night.
Good. Yeah.
But it's still keeping that connection going. It's not like she's like, you didn't send me, well, I shouldn't. You could send me more thorough text, she probably thinks, or like communicate more. But you understand the metaphor I'm trying to make here. Not going to get sidetracked there. We talked about the pool analogy of like swimming
Yeah.
and how funny it would be if someone's like, I'm just bad at the pool. Like I don't go to I'm not good at the pool. You're like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You just get in the pool. And if you're in the shallow end versus the deep end, it's not like you're judged for how good you are at the pool.
Yeah.
You can get better at swimming and you
Uh-huh.
can get to the deep end, but hash that out a little bit of how you were thinking through that.
Yeah.
As we were talking about it last week.
Because that was an analogy and I ended up not using.
Right.
We talked about
Cut
that last
time.
time.
We talked about it in the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
but
did.
I think that was good. It was helpful.
It was because we went to your pool a couple weeks ago and you got the deep end with the diving board, which is a ton of fun.
You do.
We don't have that at our pool.
Tricks and flips, catching footballs off the diving board.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
go
the best.
Buffs.
The pool in your backyard. Wait a second. No. Not
Down-
yet.
It's in my neighborhood.
It's
so
in your
kind
neighborhood,
of,
so it's kind of
basically.
It's
It's an
your
expression.
pool.
It's right in his backyard.
I let
It
everybody
is.
else.
It is. A stone's throw.
Stone's throw away.
Yeah.
But every pool has a shallow end. Some pools have deep ends. And just because you can't go straight to like the spiritual deep end of prayer,
Mhm.
like you assume that God doesn't want to hear from you or it's not as holy or
Right.
I mean the win is that you're just at the pool. So whether you're in the shallow end there's fun things to do or the deep end there's fun things to do and you have to know a little bit more about what you're doing to be able to handle all the things in the deep end. But
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make the shallow end like less spiritual or
Right.
not a good way to spend your time. It'd be like me showing up to the pool, your pool, and you're in the shallow end hanging out with Ray, and I'm like, "Hey, you're 37, you're
Seriously?
36, and you're in the shallow end,"
Yeah.
and you'd be like, "What? Okay, maybe you're not." Hey man, you're just gonna bring the whole pool down,
Yeah.
your whole
Yeah.
attitude,
Or even
here.
more so if you look at Ray and you're like, well, I shouldn't have even come. Like,
Yeah.
shouldn't have even tried getting in the
Mhm.
pool. But a lot of, and I think that's a good metaphor because a lot of times our faith is described like, the growth of a human
Yeah.
in maturity.
Yeah.
And for a new believer or someone that's new to prayer, it's like, hey, you're just getting in the water. Like
Yeah,
nobody should be looking at them like, wow, really? That's all you have to pray. It's like, hey, you're
Mhm.
getting in.
Yeah.
You're not bad at this. The only way to be bad at the pool is to not get in it.
Yeah, if when
Is to just not do it.
when you had texted us about the pool, if I had said, I'm just not really good at going to the pool, man, I'm going to sit this one out. You'd be like, what are
do
you
you
talking
mean?
about?
Yeah.
It's like the only way to lose in this situation is
Yeah.
to not jump in and at least try. As long any prayer is good prayer.
And over time,
yeah,
you learn to swim.
yeah,
And you can go deeper and your prayers can get better, just like you can get better at swimming.
yeah,
But one of the things you brought up of intimidation and things a lot of times is comparison to other people.
yeah.
And it would also be like if you showed up to the pool, but then Carson Foster, Olympic swimmer, is there.
He has his medal
and he's
on.
swimming around and you're just like, I could never do that. It's like, well, that's okay. He's been swimming his whole life and he's a
Right.
pro athlete. Just get in the pool.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah,
You could probably swim well. You could
Totally.
get better.
yeah.
Learn from him.
You think I could
Exactly.
beat Carson in a race is what you're saying?
I did not say that at all. No, I know you couldn't. Of course you couldn't.
Dude, this is what I used to do. I think we all go through this phase, especially if you teach the Bible a lot. But like when you start praying and there's other people around and you kind of are trying to teach people,
Oh yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
Bible or
Dude,
something
yeah.
while
Through the
you're
prayer.
praying.
Yes.
It's like God,
Yes.
obviously, in John chapter 15,
Yeah,
you use the word abide 11 times. And
God's
Go
like,
along
Jesus,
with your
it's
7 I am
it's this-
statements.
And everybody's like, okay, are you trying to teach us? Or are you like, God already knows that.
Yeah, God's
are you,
okay.
are you about
No,
to pray
I
for
know.
something?
No, I know.
Or,
I understand.
Who's this for right now?
Thanks.
Who's this for?
That's a great
Yeah.
thought exercise. How differently do you pray out loud in front of other people versus how you just would talk to God
Uh-huh.
privately?
Exactly.
Dude, there have been
very
times
funny.
where I've forgotten a point in a sermon and then got to the prayer at the end of the sermon and realized that and then tried to work that point into the prayer.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. Oh, for sure.
And one more thing,
And
God,
God,
while I still
I-
got you here.
I remember now that Acts chapter 15 teaches us where I was going to land the plane and forgot to. Yeah.
There's a really great story of life change I was going to share. I'll just tell you real quick in this prayer.
But you can, it's like, there's such a difference between like, hey, you tell us to remain. And like, that's like, you're just quoting truth. And that's
Yeah.
powerful in prayer
Yeah.
versus I'm
Bible
so
teacher.
trying to teach everybody
Yeah.
around me
Yeah.
right now
Or you're
to
trying
curate
to
this moment.
You're kind of trying to just state your opinion to the person you're
Yeah,
praying for.
exactly.
Our,
Oh,
Gary,
dude.
Gary Brugman, the legend, had a great story that him and his wife had a dispute over something. And so he's like, well, we need to pray about this. So they sit on the couch together and he starts his prayer. And you can, if you've ever met Gary, which nearly none of you have, but we have, you can picture it though. Think about it. Just try. He's a hilarious guy. He says he starts his prayer and he's like, Lord, you and I both know. Immediately lost. Eunice immediately is like, I'm out.
I'm done.
I'm not.
okay.
You and I both understand.
Now it's you and God versus me.
Would you help her to understand
That's
what
so
you and I
good.
know? So good.
Dude, theological debates via prayer.
There's so much weirdness around prayer.
You know what a good one for us early on was when we were traveling. There would be somebody who was sick, who like needed healing, or someone who was blind or whatever.
Yes.
And they would ask the three of us to come pray for them. And what we would do is Doug would start and he would pray that God would heal. And then right when he said amen, I would jump in and I would try it. And I would say the exact same prayer, but from my angle.
Yep.
And then I would say amen. And E would jump in and go. And also, and at some level, if we're just being real, it's because we wanted the healing to come when I was praying.
Oh, yeah.
So each
Right?
of us prayed for 4 minutes.
As if it's not like the three
same
of us
exact-
can pray together as one, like unified as the body of
Yeah.
Christ. And one person can be doing the talking, but it doesn't mean
Yeah.
the three of us aren't
It's-
praying together at the same time.
And then we had a moment in Fiji where a lady, like in a kind of quick moment, was like, "Hey, my eyes are pretty much gone. Like I can't see. I love to read. I can't see a book in front of me anymore. Would you pray?" And I think something else was going on. So we're like, "Yeah, of course." And we just stopped and one of us prayed, just like a simple prayer, like in the name of Jesus, prayed for healing, and didn't think anything of it. Just like, okay, we asked, we'll see. And then we saw her a few weeks later, and we're like, "Oh, hey, how have you been?" She's like, "Great, thanks for praying. I can see."
Yeah.
We're like, "What?" It was
I'm
the
sorry.
most casual thing, which was it spoke to
Can
her
we
faith.
like
And then we said-
interview you or something?
Yeah.
And by the way, do you remember which one of us
Yeah,
was praying?
Who said it? What were they saying? What
I loved it because
was it me? What was I saying when you received
part of
sight
the
back?
prayer?
But you're right. It,
It
was,
was
a
so
moment where
cool.
none of us could get the credit.
Because none of us could get the credit. We weren't trying to formula it that time or
Yeah.
say all the right words and figure
Yeah.
out who could like quote it right to God. We just simply like laid before him and asked him.
So
And then I loved her faith because she was so like, yeah,
Yeah,
you prayed,
obviously.
so it worked.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
That'll build your faith. But there is and it can become very formulaic, or you hear somebody else pray and think, I've got to pray exactly like that. Most people have been in some sort of prayer experience that it just was like, I can't do this, or I'm not this, or this is confusing, whatever, which comes back to such a great question. One of the best questions the disciples ever ask is, can you teach us to pray?
Yeah.
And they had been, Jesus, right in that teaching, one of the things he says is like, don't just go babble on and on to like impress other people.
Right.
So there's a lot of that going on in their culture of prayer,
Sure,
of all the
right.
religious elite, like, look at
Yeah.
how eloquent I can pray. Look at all the right things I can say and all this. And he's going, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not the point of this whole thing. So clearly those guys were very confused, which is comforting to me because I feel that way about prayer a lot because of how other people handle it and how I've witnessed it and feel insecure, intimidated, all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And he so simply brings back the heart of why
Hmm.
you pray
Mm-hmm.
in the Lord's Prayer,
Mhm.
which is a great prayer to pray and also like a great high level view of these are things to wade into with God
Yeah.
when you pray.
Yeah.
You
If
want to talk about the Lord's Prayer? a little
Yeah,
bit?
if you break down the Lord's Prayer, Sean did this in a message a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
He came up with that acrostic
Yeah.
like a
praise.
decade ago, and I still think about it all the time.
So helpful.
But it's praise, Prays.
Mhm.
And so the Lord's Prayer starts with, you know, God, like hallowed be your name. So it starts with this very vertical.
Praise, Praise.
Let's
Praise,
praise you is the P in
Yeah.
praise, the
Pun.
acrostic.
Could have been another way to start that, because it is.
Yeah. So that's just, let's get our eyes off of ourselves. And so when you sit down and you've got to, you know, unload the bags
Yeah.
and it takes 7 to 10 minutes for your brain to even settle, I think God probably knew that.
Mm.
And maybe there's something to the fact that it goes quicker for you if you stop thinking about yourself and you just kind of
So
start
good,
praising
man.
him
Yeah.
and worshiping him and getting your mind off of, you know, the mountain in front of you and onto the God who sits above the mountain in front of you. Like,
Nice.
I'm not texting,
like
I'm taking
you're
a note.
increasing your God perspective, basically. I talked about the flashlight.
Yeah.
When you're in a dark room and you scoot farther away from the wall.
By the way, one of the services,
Yeah.
he said, I do it a lot. I don't know. Maybe I should have a better hobby or
Yeah.
something like that. Just out of nowhere.
I do it every day.
Flashlight against the wall, guy.
Oh, at
do it
2:30
every
p.m.
day.
every day. Oh, this is my flashlight time.
So good.
There it is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all the other lights are on, so I can't see it against that wall.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're talking
You
about.
can use your imagination. Yeah, keep going.
But the farther away you get from the wall, the bigger the circle gets. So you're seeing more of the wall.
Yeah.
So the wall's not getting bigger, but you're just realizing it was bigger than you could see.
Yeah.
Right? God, the more you know God, I believe that's what happens. He's not getting bigger and better. He's always been the same. You're just realizing he's bigger and better
So good.
than you thought he was.
Well-
And the bigger your God perspective gets, the easy, I said, you'll start to live better. You'll start to sleep deeper.
Yeah.
And you'll start to pray bigger, bolder, more specific prayers. So to start with, our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So
Mhm.
praise, and then the R is repent.
Mhm.
And simply put, that's just, I am changing the way I'm thinking. I am turning from something. I've been
Confessing,
trying it
as
this
I have
way.
done on this episode
Yeah.
twice.
Good job.
Yep. Confessions with E. You confess.
Yep.
Like, I've been doing it this way, and I want to do it this way.
Yeah.
And that's not something you do once when you put your faith in Jesus. That's like a daily
Yes.
practice,
Yes.
multiple times a day.
Yeah.
I'm missing the mark, and I need to get back onto the mark. So praise, and then repent, and then ask. You know, give us this day our daily bread.
Yep.
What is it that you need?
Mm.
James 4:2, you have not because you ask not.
Which is so it's a really profound point.
Yeah.
Asking is still very much a part of this.
Yeah.
It's just when Jesus models it, he goes, don't start there.
Right.
Because if you start there, you'll just end there. And that's the only place you'll get to.
But it's not selfish or immature to ask
Not at
God.
all.
No.
And
Yeah,
Jesus did that when he prayed.
exactly.
Give us
Yeah.
today our daily bread. Take this cup from me. He was constantly asking for things.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Take this cup, but not my will.
Your will.
Mm.
Boom.
Yeah.
Why?
Does that bring us to the why?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you start with why.
Well, not
No,
in
you do
this
it fourth.
Okay.
Simon
Yeah.
Sinek,
Sorry, Simon.
you do
Simon didn't say.
praying different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep
Your
going.
will be done.
That was good, man. That got me. Yep. Your will be done, not my will, but your will
Yeah,
be
so
done.
there's
So to
surrender
ask, those are kind of like back to back. If you can ask and present your request to God, as Paul says, every, like, by prayer and petition, everything, anything and everything.
Yeah.
Ask him, and then follow that up with, and I want your will, not mine.
Right.
Nice.
That's a very mature prayer.
Yes.
Also, remember, you know, the Red Rocks worship song, and it's so good, but it's, you're never gonna let me down. You never have, you never will, and you won't start now. I remember a moment a few years ago, we were singing that, and we were downstairs in the auditorium, and there was like 700 people worshiping to that song. And you're never ever gonna let, and I felt like God checked my spirit
Mm.
and said, these are beautiful lyrics, but you haven't prepped this church to sing them with integrity.
Mm.
And got up, I think, after that song and said it in the dismissal or something. I can't really remember, but if you can pray, God, your will be done, then you can sing, God will never let me down.
Yeah, right.
And he never will. But if you want your will and you can never surrender to his, then the truth is God is going to let you down all
It's
the
gonna feel like he's
time.
constantly letting
Yeah,
Right,
and then
right.
you're singing those lyrics and there's a dichotomy between what you're experiencing and what you're singing, and then and that throws you off in your spirit
Oh,
and in
yeah.
your mind, and you
Can
wonder
be
if
very
God's
confusing.
Yeah, it's theologically confusing. So
Mhm.
to be able to first surrender, hey, your will be done, then and only then can you worship and sing, you're never gonna let me down.
Mm-hmm.
And you never have, and you never
What is
will.
it? Is it Psalm 37? David's writing toward the end of his life, and he goes, I once was young, but now I'm old. And one thing I've never seen is
Mhm.
God forsake the righteous.
Yeah.
Something like that. I
Mhm.
just paraphrased it. But it's this really, I think, a cool picture of, I don't know that David would have said that early on in
Mhm.
his life, but after years and years and decades of being a man after God's own heart, he's able to get to that point of surrender where he goes, no, I just trust God. And so from that perspective, he's able to say, like, look, God's never forsaken those who follow him.
Mm-hmm.
And the S?
Show me. Show me. It's like a next step. One single step. It's what can I do today?
Nice.
Show me the next thing to go and do. Let's keep this simple. You don't have
So
to boil
good.
the ocean.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
I love when
But show
anyone
me
says
just
that.
what do you want me to do? Like, what's the next thing that, is it from a small thing like having that conversation, or just working on gratitude today, confessing that thing, talking to that person about that, or is it, hey, it's time to you've been stalling, you've been quiet quitting in your job, and it's time to actually go and start that company. Like, show me what's the next thing that you have for me today.
So good, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about hearing from God this week, which is a topic you're super passionate about. But one of the things I'm going to say
at all.
We know.
We know.
I am.
One of the things I'm going to say is God's voice often sounds like a next step. So like we want the whole thing. We want God to give us steps 1 through 18.
Right.
But oftentimes he's going to give you step 1. And so oftentimes when people are like, well, I just don't know what God wants me to do. And I'll ask them like, what do you think the next step is though for you to do? They'll go, oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like often that's how his word is a lamp unto our feet, right? Oftentimes how it works is just one step at a time. So I love that, man. Show me.
Show me.
So that's a framework for if you're like, I have no idea where to start with prayer. Praise is a great acrostic.
Yep.
Working right through the Lord's Prayer. Not that that's how you have to do it, but it can be very, very helpful to have a plan when you go into prayer.
Yeah. And I think even it's one of those things that the Lord's Prayer and like teaching on it, you're like, I've kind of heard that, like if you've been in church for a little while, like that's because that's the main place Jesus taught us to pray.
Yeah.
So you don't graduate from that. And it's something a lot of times maybe your prayer life's gotten overcomplicated, or you find yourself more performing than praying, or you're whatever. Good opportunity to come back to. These are the main things Jesus said we should be talking to God about. What do those look like in your life? Not just repeating these phrases, but what do each of those things indicate in your life right now? I need to bring this to God. And
That's really good. And you know how like when you're 3/4 of the way through a really difficult workout, you're very thankful to have a plan. Like you're very thankful to know like what's next and what you need to do, because you're not thinking at that point. And sometimes life can start to feel like you're 3/4 of the way through a really difficult workout. Like it's just hard and there's a storm everywhere. And in those moments, I've found it's very helpful to have a plan for my prayer where I can just like fall back on it, and I can start with, okay, Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. And then I can move forward from there. And so having a plan for prayer is so incredibly helpful.
Yeah.
I hope that that lesson of, I need to pray more. I hope that I don't have to learn that the hard way over decades in my life. And finally, if I'm lucky enough to be 75 years old one day, that I'm realizing it and trying to tell younger guys in their 30s, you need to pray more than you do. The real answer to that question you asked of like, why does it ebb and flow is because a couple months ago, there were a few things I had been praying for a couple years, that I feel like I've never brought this much faith to the table and prayed this much before. And it seems so aligned, like with God's kingdom. And then there were some things that happened where those things got delayed or nixed, or it was a red light, or the door didn't open. And I was like, some things in my life and for our church, and then praying for a couple things in a few other people's lives.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, are you, this is where I revert back to. This is the mindset rut I get stuck in. You're going to do what you're going to do anyways. So I just pray because I feel like I should, but I know you got like a sovereign plan, which means I don't have a lot of pull. And so that leads to me feeling insignificant in my relationship with him and my prayer life being uninspired and unchallenged.
Yeah, because you don't think there's actually many results to it.
Correct.
You just do it because you should.
And it's not true, but if you just zoom in on this small time frame and you assess just this, it sure seems true.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
Right.
we're very much in the moment and how we feel, and especially when it's negative emotion.
Yeah.
Like, this is what this is teaching me in this moment, is that you're going to do what you're going to do anyways. And so why, like, I got to guard my heart a little bit, because I can't keep praying these big prayers only to have these doors stay locked. But when I was prepping for this sermon, it was a few really beautiful moments with God where that mindset shifted from, God, would you do this now and as soon as possible, to as long as it takes. You know, the walls of Jericho came down on day 7. And on day 6, it's not like those walls came down a seventh at a time.
Right.
On day 6, you would assume nothing has happened at all.
Yeah.
Like, there's no evidence of this prayer being answered. And then all of a sudden on day 7, everything fell. And you could be on lap 6 in that prayer. Like, you could be right on the verge of seeing miracles happen and doors open. And so that concept of praying through and continuing to say, your will, if you don't do this, I still trust you, and using that trust of God to actually guard your heart.
Yeah.
And not relying on a certain answer or praying small to guard your heart, but rather faith and trust in the big man upstairs as a good dad. God, would my trust and faith in you, even if this doesn't go how I want it to go, would my trust in you be like the healing balm and like the armor for my heart? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good question to ask, is like, what would your prayer life look like if you actually believed your prayers would change things?
Yeah.
You know?
Oof.
Something to think about. Well,
Yeah.
It's a great question.
yep. Great week on talking to God. Now, this weekend, we're going to talk about hearing from God,
Listening.
which can be great. And any last thoughts? Kayla, anything else?
No, that was great.
Threethan, thanks for being here, man. Comment below something you're praying for real.
Yeah, for
Something
real.
we could be praying for.
We'd love
Big
to pray
prayer
with
request.
you.
Throw it out. Let's pray.
Yeah.
We'll be rolling out at some point a crossover episode with another podcast. That will be fun.
Whoa.
There'll be a couple things on the way to
I don't even know how you
100.
do that. That's insane.
And we still have room for the 100th episode party. If you want to sign up, register.
I think there's going to be 200 people.
Oh my gosh.
That's my goal.
Just like, because there's going to be 200 episodes because we just re-upped with YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
shout out. Thanks to all the guys at YouTube that are making it possible for this podcast to continue well beyond
And you know what?
episode 100.
We truly are just getting started.